Hello everyone. This video presents a notable event that happened on each day from the past week in history. On November 17, 1869, the Suez Canal in Egypt was inaugurated, providing passage to and from the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Considered an incredible engineering feat at the time, we ask you what engineering marvel is the greatest. Some suggestions to choose from include the Great Pyramid at Giza, 2570 BC, which was built without any power equipment. The Panama Canal, 1914, is 51 miles long, but sports 3 locks in each direction with 85 feet of lift. Tarbela Dam of Pakistan, 1976, is the largest dam in the world by volume of the structure or fill. The International Space Station, first launched in 1998, is not only the largest and longest-lasting space station, but also the product of 5 separate space agencies. Finally, Burj Khalifa skyscraper 2010 is the tallest building ever built. On November 18, 1996, the Channel Tunnel, or more familiarly the Chunnel, was the scene of a terrifying event as a train carrying semi-tractor trailers, or heavy goods vehicles as they are known in Europe, along with their drivers, caught on fire, probably due to arson. The driver or engineer knew of the fire but planned on going through anyway, but the train stalled 12 miles into the 31-mile-long tunnel while the problem quickly became apparent as thick smoke enveloped the locomotive and the passenger car. Luckily, the event did not turn into a tragedy, as all passengers and crew were evacuated. The fire was put out 13 hours later, damage to the tunnel was fixed within 6 months, and procedures were changed to deal with future fires. Tunnel disasters have served as the theme for such films as Daylight in 1996 and The Tunnel in 2019. Have you ever traveled in a long tunnel? On November 19, 1887, Emma Lazarus, the author of The New Colossus, a sonnet that appears on a plaque at the base of the Statue of Liberty, died in New York City at the age of 38, possibly of Hodgkin's lymphoma. Despite her brief life, her famous poem is familiar to almost all Americans. Is it, in fact, the most famous American poem? Here are some contenders for that title, and you can tell us if one of these poems is the most famous American verse, or nominate your own in the comments section for this video. Clement Clarke Moore's A Visit from St. Nicholas, Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, Emma Lazarus's The New Colossus, Ernest Thayer's Casey at the Bat, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's Paul Revere's Ride, and Robert Frost's Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening. Please tell us, what do you think is America's greatest poem? On November 20th, 1990, serial killer Andrei Chikatilo was arrested in Rostov Oblast of the Soviet Union by undercover detectives that had been tailing him. He eventually confessed to 56 murders and was executed in 1994. Born in Ukraine in 1936, his family was starving during a famine so severe that he claimed his family had to eat grass and leaves to survive. Poverty-stricken and hungry, Chikatilo was weak and constantly bullied, although he found release in violence toward girls. Conscripted into the army in 1957, Chikatilo had a relationship with a woman that earned him ridicule. By 1973, his career of assault, mutilation, and murder began, including child victims of both sexes. Arrested in 1984, he avoided murder charges and was released. A massive police effort to nail the serial killer was needed to finally catch and convict the Ripper. On November 21, 2019, cutting-edge technology and electric vehicle producer Tesla proudly demonstrated their latest gem, the Cybertruck, and its alleged unbreakable windows. This ultra-modern pickup truck was touted to have a range of 250 to 500 miles depending on trim level, and a blistering 0 to 60 miles per hour time of as little as 2.9 seconds. The armor glass was demonstrated by having metal balls thrown at it, and both of the subject windows promptly shattered. Ridicule followed, and company CEO Elon Musk made excuses as expected. Another window demonstration gone wrong was the 1993 death of Toronto lawyer Gary Hoy, who took a running leap at his office window on the 24th floor of a bank building to show how the window could not break. Though the glass did not shatter, the window was broken from its frame, and Hoy and the unbreakable glass fell to their respective deaths. On November 22nd, 1975, in the wake of the death of dictator Francisco Franco, Juan Carlos I was declared King of Spain. Currently on the throne of Spain is King Felipe VI, son of Juan Carlos. Some other current reigning monarchs include Karl XVI Gustaf of Sweden, Hans Adam II of Liechtenstein, Harold V of Norway, Abdullah II of Jordan, Mohammed VI of Morocco, Henri of Luxembourg, Willem Alexander of the Netherlands, Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, Rama X of Thailand, and Charles III of the United Kingdom, and a host of Commonwealth countries and territories. As a question for my students and subscribers, who is your favorite current or past king? Please let us know in the comments section below this video. On November 23, 1921, Warren Harding signed a law to prohibit doctors from prescribing alcoholic beverages to patients, closing a loophole in the 18th Amendment, which since 1920 had outlawed alcoholic beverages in the U.S. Not only did Harding disappoint thousands of doctors and millions of patients, but he was also a blatant hypocrite, keeping a full bar at the White House and serving spirits during his frequent poker games. Harding also had the nerve to die while in office, leaving the country to Calvin Coolidge. Harding had won the 1920 presidential election over Ohio Governor James Cox, although Cox had Franklin Roosevelt as a running mate and had done a credible job as governor. Harding is infamous for his many scandals, including nepotism, Teapot Dome, a corrupt Justice Department, Veterans Bureau corruption, and sordid extramarital affairs. Who was the worst U.S. president? As a question for my students and subscribers, which event from this past week in history would you most like to learn more about? Please let me know in the comments section below this video. If you liked this video and would like to receive notification of new videos, please feel welcome to subscribe to History and Headlines and become one of our patrons. Your viewership is much appreciated. For image, audio, and other credits and attributions for components of the individual videos in this compilation, please see the descriptions of their respective videos, which are linked to in this video's description.